Hello friends, today I'd like to share with you from the book of the Apocalypse, chapter 17. As we are coming to the end of this world, you're going to see union between the beast power, the Vatican, and world leaders and even churches. They are all going to come together having one mind, as the Bible says here. They're all going to unite together in one common agenda, one global agenda. They want to bring about a one world religion, a one world government which is controlled by the Vatican. So you're going to see a union of governments and statesmen and rulers and all the powers that be uniting together for one common good or one common purpose, which is to bring about their agenda, climate change agenda, and different agendas that they have. So you're going to see this now in the book of Revelation, that all the powers upon this earth will unite with the beast power, the harlot, in Revelation chapter 17. This harlot, the mother of harlot, is Babylon, the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican. Not so much the individual Roman Catholic person. This is a system. It is the Roman Catholic system, the Vatican, the mother of harlot. Okay, so I'm not against the common Catholic people, but the system is a Babylonian corrupt system. Okay, and it is against the God of Israel. So I'm going to read here for you from the book of Revelation chapter 17. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. So the judgment of the great whore, which is the Vatican, is soon to come. It's coming. Jesus is coming to judge the great whore that deceiveth the whole world, the Roman Catholic Church, the leaders of it, the Pope Francis, the Jesuit. Okay, God is coming. Jesus is coming to judge the great whore. And it sitteth upon many waters. Water in Bible prophecy represents people. So here the Vatican sits upon many waters, meaning many people, many rulers and statesmen and governments and the powers that be, and organizations like the United Nations and WHO and all those corrupt organizations. The Vatican sits over them. Now let's continue on here a little bit. With whom the kings of the earth, that's the government, rulers, statesmen, and even the churches, have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication, false doctrine. So here we're seeing the union of the government and rulers and statesmen and governors, and all of them are committing fornication with the whore of Revelation 17, the Vatican. They are all going to unite together. And the people, it says here that the people, the inhabitants of the earth, have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. The wine of the Vatican is false doctrine, deceptions, and lies. So the inhabitants of the earth will be made drunk with the wine of Babylon. You know, climate change agenda. All those who are going along, all the governments who signed this Paris Agreement, is drunk with the wine of Babylon. And the world that is going along with a climate change agenda is drunk with the wine of Babylon. They are made drunk with the fornication of the Vatican. They are committing fornication with the Vatican. So let's carry on here. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast. That's the Roman Catholic Church. Notice they like to wear all these colors and scarlet and gold and all of these colors. That's the Roman Catholic Church, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So the Roman Catholic Church, the name will be blasphemy, blasphemy against God, and having 7 heads and 10 horns. These 7 head and 10 horns in the book of Daniel, friends, these 10 horns, the United Nations, representing the 10 divisions of the world. The United Nations has divided the world into 10 divisions. So who's going to sit over them? The Vatican will sit over the 10 divisions of the world. The Vatican will be sitting there. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. That is the Roman Catholic Church, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Notice the priests and all of them are decked with scarlet colored and gold. Friends, we are here. God is coming to judge. He's going to judge the great whore, the Vatican. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of Harlot and abominations of the earth. Friends, that is the mother of Harlot, the Roman Catholic Church. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. He sees here that the Roman Catholic Church will be a persecuting system. And you know, in the Dark Ages, it was the Roman Catholic Church that was persecuting the saints of God. And it's coming again. The Roman Catholic Church is leading the world leaders to persecute the few remnant upon this earth, the true followers of God. The Roman Catholic Church, the system, not the people, the system is a demonic system controlled by Satan. So here, notice here, I'm going to jump down to verse 13. These, having one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, which is the Roman Catholic Church. So they're all going to have one mind, under one mind, in climate change and other global issues like a digital currency to control the world, and a one global economy, and all of this. They're going to have one mind, the Bible says here, to bring about an agenda. They're going to have one mind to depopulate, one mind to bring about diseases and pestilences and hunger. They're going to have one mind. And notice, they all have the same agenda. The Bible says that they're all going to be in union. They're going to have confederacy with the Pope of Rome. And they're going to bring about an agenda to destroy even the remnant. But they will not be able to destroy God's little remnant. God has a people upon this earth, and they will stand strong, even though you have all these powers that be, and the Vatican, and all of them having one mind to destroy, to bring about a climate change agenda. This is all a false. There's no climate change. It's all a lie. It is to bring about an agenda, the 2030 agenda, and they must bring about this before 2030. So they have to carry forward their plans. But God is going to be with his people, the true remnant, not the fake remnant, because there's also the fake remnant. So in the end, all of the churches, all denominations are joining with Babylon, the Roman Catholic Church, the system, the mother of harlot, They all going to join together. Every church today is uniting with the papacy. All of the churches are united with papacy today to bring about their global agenda. There's no church that is not united with papacy. Don't be deceived. Your church is united with papacy. Jesus says so. Even the very elect can be deceived, but they will not be. But if your church is not united with papacy, the papacy will be angry with your church, the papacy. But as long as your church is united with the government, then your church is under papacy. Any church that is united with the government is under papacy. It's under the Vatican. They all have one mind. You will find your church endorsing climate change and endorsing Babylon's magic bullet shot and all other things that the government is saying to do, and the WHO and the United Nations. If your church is going along with those apostate, those demonic organizations, then your church is under the Vatican. You ought to get out of there. In the days of Jesus, Jesus called the people out of the apostate synagogue. They had to come out of there. There was no salvation in the apostate synagogue. They had to come out. And Jesus was kicked out of the synagogue. He had to go and start up his own ministry outside, by the seaside, in the mountains, and he was calling the people out of the Roman system and the church system in the days of Jesus. And in the last days, it's no different. It's going to be the same. All the churches are corrupt. They are all under the Vatican. Jesus is going to call the people out. The next chapter tells us to come out of her. Come out of all these churches. It says here, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. That's the Roman Catholic system, is fallen and is become a habitation of devils and a hold of every false spirit and a cage of every unclean bird. For all nations, not some, all nations, if you are, wherever you are, in any part of these 10 divisions of the world, you are here. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the king, that's false doctrine, and the kings of the earth, governments, rulers, statesmen, have committed fornication with the merchants of the earth, the money men, yes, and waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. So you can see the money men and all of them uniting with the papacy, all of them. And then the Bible says here in the next verse, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that he be not partakers of her sins, and that he receive not her plagues. Yes, so you gotta come out. Don't be deceived. Don't think that your church is on the way to heaven. It cannot be on the way to heaven if it's in union with the government, with the world leaders and the United Nations and who? No, your church is in apostasy because Jesus has nothing to do with these darkness. These churches and leaders of the world are in darkness, and Jesus, he's got nothing to do with it. So you got to come out of that place and run for your life. Seek Jesus. He's the only one who can help you. There's no other name given under heaven amongst men whereby you may be saved. Only through Jesus Christ, not an apostate religion that is in union with these governments and leaders that all have one mind. to bring about the global agenda. Jesus has nothing to do with this global agenda that is coming, the 2030 global agenda, that all of the churches are in union with the government and the leaders of these corrupt organizations like the WHO and United Nations and all these apostate demonic organizations that is run by Satan. Jesus has nothing to do with it. Your church is, if your church has any part in these things, then your church is under the control of the mother of Harlot. Yes, you gotta come out. It's going to be hard, but you must come out of there. You know, that is why the church leaders and them, they took it and they push it upon the members. And what next? Whatever the government tells them to do, they will do it, and they will make you to do it too. Yes, so that is why you either stand firm on a platform of truth with Jesus, or you go along with the leaders of a church. This is the issue in the last days. It's going to be about Christ or your church. Christ or what the governments are saying. Christ or what some man is telling you. This is the issue in the last days. We are living in the last days now. And it's going to come a time where you're going to have to choose Christ, who you worship. You're going to worship organization or Christ. You're going to worship government or Christ. You're going to worship the health system or Christ. You're going to have to choose. It's decision time. We are living in a time where you have to make decisions. And you got to do them quickly because time is running out. We only have a little time left upon this earth. Probation is closing faster than you can imagine. The movements upon this earth is happening quickly, and you're going to have to unite with Christ, not with the man of sin, not with Pope Francis and all his agents around the world. You're going to have to unite with Christ. Either you're going to stand with Yeshua or your church and apostate leaders and world leaders that are in league with the devil, Satan. Pope Francis is a devil himself. He is in union with Satan. He has direct communication with Satan and all the pedophiles that are with him. Friends, we are living in the last days, and you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to choose who you worship in these last days. You're going to have man tell you how to worship and man tell you what to worship. But the Bible is clear here. We're going to have to choose Jesus or man. We are here, friends. There's no mistake about it. We are in the last days, and you're going to have to make decision now for eternity. Friends, the Lord bless you. The Lord keep you.